I apologized to Q a couple of weeks ago. I said, you know, when it comes to this Epstein stuff, you had it righter than me. Now, they also believe a lot of real batch nonsense. But when
For now, you think it's batch,
they
right?
don't eat babies. Democrats don't eat babies. You think they eat babies?
There is a lot of consumption talk in the stuff. Now, are there babies? I don't know. No, you can laugh all you want. But, I mean, there is some sick stuff in here that is implying...
But that's not eating babies.
Maybe,
come on.
I'm not saying they're eating babies. I'm saying there is talk of consumption, and it ain't pizza. And I'm not saying that I am QAnon by any means, but this is deep, dark, satanic, awful, sacrificial, and this stuff is gross.
See, this is what I'm saying. Here I am, sacrificing myself, saying, you know what, I was wrong, and then you don't meet me halfway. You insist they might be eating babies. Said there's this vast elites around the world conspiracy, and they were more right than I thought they were. Okay.
Yes. Have you noticed when Lawrence said, "Oh, now you think it's nonsense"? She seems to think it is only a matter of time before Maher is proven wrong about the saga again. That is just my interpretations. There is a video someone shared under this clip.
The artist formerly known as Prince Andrew was arrested and held for a few hours, then let go. And this is so interesting. They got Prince Andrew for giving trade secrets away.
Prince Andrew.
Oh, God.
sorry. Transition. That whole thing yesterday with him getting arrested is crazy.
It is.
Did you see the picture of him when he got out of the pokey yesterday? I could not believe it was real.
Same.
He looks, there, we're putting it on, terrified. That looks like something like he posed for in order to make himself look like it's worth, but he didn't. They just captured that in the moment. That guy doesn't know what hit him. The headline is, now he's sweating, because among other lies he told that BBC interviewer 7 years ago was that Virginia Doof sweating all over the place, and he said, I can't sweat. I remember. Actually, we have that. Let's watch that. Let's watch him talk about how he can't sweat.
Yes, I realize a lot of people are getting offended at how we actually presented this whole situation of Prince Andrew. That we took it, make a mockery of him, turn the whole thing into jokes. Someone said on the comment sections, oh, if he's using this to make jokes, he is, making the victim to feel a time. That is just what I saw. But at some point, the Democrat will not acknowledge this. Have you noted this pattern with them? They don't talk about their own people. They don't even like to even mention it. Their only focus is Trump, 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 Trump. That is what I see. I went through, some videos, to see how they are reacting to this. Even the mainstream media, their pattern on this is different. Their main target is the president.
It's gone in 3 years. And why don't people...
Well, he will never leave. We have to make him leave. He jokes now about nationalizing the elections.
Mm-hmm.
He's not joking. We've seen enough already.
Yeah.
And everybody's worried about it. But he means it.
So you don't think he leaves in 3 years?
He ain't leaving. No way. We used to joke the first time they'd get him in the moving van and he'd be sitting in the back of the moving van. They'd put him in whatever.
Like a fake desk
and put
in
him
there.
in his desk, not leaving the White House desk. No, but he won't. He won't leave. Let's not kid ourselves. He will not leave. It's up to us to get rid of him.
What does that mean then? Do you think that whatever election is had in the midterms won't be respected? Do you believe the results?
He'll attempt that. We have to make sure that, like what he's trying now, that all the polling places have people that can come there safely. That might mean citizens on the other side, whatever they try to do, citizens saying, well, we're just here to watch them, watch you, watch everybody. So they walk in there and feel safe and they can vote.
Peaceful organizing.
The people, yeah. It's up to the people.
The White House was very quick today to post on their social media, bragging about how a chant for 4 more years broke out at the White House. And not just at the White House, during a Black History Month reception that Donald Trump was giving. Here, just take a listen. Let me just say this yet again. No, he isn't joking when he talks about 4 more years. Yes, they fully do plan on keeping his specific dynasty, I suppose, in power as long as possible. And yes, if the aging process allows him to make it to the point of our next election, he will be doing everything in his power to make sure he wins. It isn't being a fearmonger to say this when he continues to joke about this possibility. This is not a person or an entire mechanism, organism that is behind him, this whole group of individuals who get power through his power. This is not the kind of entity that will just willingly step aside. That should scare more people than it apparently does.
I believe you've seen this is exactly what they are focused on right now, that the president will not leave. I don't get it. These conversations you saw with De Niro, they were talking about this issue of fines. They had these conversations, they talk about it. They came into him not leaving. At some point, I don't know if Trump is just the one to come in and change the constitution, because I've never seen a president in the United States stay up to 3-4 mandates. I've never seen that. So coming out to put this kind of narrative into people's brain is their new tactics. To me, it is very uncalled for and crazy to see this happening. Going back into this issue of fines, at some point, if you realize, you see that Democrats always crumble. They will push a certain narrative. At some point, they start backing out if it doesn't favor them politically.
Dan, great to have you. My goodness, you're the perfect person to talk to about this because there's no better royal correspondent than you. And you've been saying for a long time how unpopular Prince Andrew is within the family and within the British populace. So put this news in perspective for us.
Megyn, this is historic. There has not been a crisis like this in 90 years. What happened 90 years ago is in King Edward VIII abdicated. Now, there are a whole load of scenarios here that could see King Charles having to abdicate as a result of what has happened today. Remember, in the United Kingdom, he runs the court. This is the King's court. And so the idea that his brother Andrew will be on trial, potentially. I accept he hasn't been charged yet, but we're heading that way and we can get to that. There are now 9 police investigations.
Whoopi Goldberg is getting all defensive because she's getting dragged over the fact that her name is mentioned. My friend, you get treated the way you treated President Trump.
I think the part most people like myself are looking for is an accountability for the people that had a depth of relationship, the timing of that relationship, and the nature of that relationship. Nobody wants to know that young girls were victimized, and because of power and money, people turned their cheek. Was this covered up? I think no one should be above scrutiny, no amount of status should soften abuse, and no system.
Whoopi and the entire crew spent time, calling out Trump, every single day. Now, it is being reported that Whoopi's name is on that file. Whoopi came out to clarify, to talk about this. I don't know if this is just the moment the views realizing that your name can be on those files without any incriminating evidence.
Public, if that's true.
Well, I mean, you have to have a deposition first. It's what happened in Jack Smith. So having a deposition, and that deposition will be made public because the Clintons are, in fact, trying to twist things and get sound bites from a public hearing.
Handed dealing with different people. You have several people that have been subpoenaed by Congress.
Thank you guys for always being sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clip you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm.
Gervais once told the award show crowd, Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people.
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be on them damn phones and watching me.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that. Maduro.
Let your hatred and
Sit this one out.
Well, these guys.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get this.
Well,
I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
You and your husband were friends.
Everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one incident, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yes.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammys. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish.
Boy, that Donald Trump, man. Because he allowed his constituents to have black people inviting them over.